Hello.
Yes, I'm available.
Yeah, let's start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on that day we discussed about like field status variant. Those are the things, right?
Yes.
Uh, don't mind. Could you repeat those?
Yeah. So you showed me how to basically assign the company codes to the company
Yeah.
um, and the financial accounting page and showing those how to set up those the variables, the variants. Usually give the 1,000, uh, which comes with the SAP software.
Okay.
You just copy that and then assign it to your company code. After that, you showed me how to write in general ledger, um, like a transaction. The example was to write a invoice to a company.
Okay.
Um, how we usually write it when there is no software on a paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
So let's see today when you want first in transition in the system. So the serial number and date particulars is very important, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So in date part, we have three parts in date. For example, day, month, year. Okay, there is a three parts. So let's go for year. Here nothing but it's a financial year or fiscal year. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's discuss about today. So how to define fiscal year and fiscal year variant and how to assign it to the company code. Let's see. SPRO. So I am using a path navigation, SAP reference, financial accounting new, and financial accounting global settings. Those are all, and ledgers. In that, on the day we did field status variant. Let's go for fiscal year and posting period variants. Here is fiscal year, and here is maintain fiscal year variant. Okay. So here we have maintain shortened fiscal year.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. I can hear.
Yeah. So here in bracket there is a maintain shortened fiscal year. Here is maintain shortened fiscal year, and in bracket maintain shortened fiscal year. Okay, let me explain what is it. Okay, I'm opening this. Okay, so these are all already defined fiscal year variants. Okay, sometime in generally, sometime whenever in project we are going to select this K3 or K4 and V3. So depend upon because SAP system has given some default values. So if you want to use those default values, you can use them. Otherwise, if you want to define your own, you have to define your own fiscal year variants. For example, if you take K4, it's a calendar year 4 special periods. It's for US. Calendar year means from Jan 1st to December 31st. Okay, your financial accountings, if your country going to close like calendar year wise, I mean Jan 1st going to start and December 31st is closing day of your financial accounting. Okay, financial year or fiscal year. Fiscal year nothing but a financial year. It's an accounting year of a particular country. Business accounting year. So at the end of the fiscal year, you need to submit the financial statement to the government. Okay, whatever the legal body is there, you have to submit your financial statement to the particular legal body. Okay. So generally that is a government. So these are all the system one. Let me select new option. Here is we have some option. I am going to select new one. Okay, system going to accept 2 alphanumeric. No? So 2 alphanumeric. So I am going to select A B here because our company code is ABC something like. Okay. So description, I'm writing a description here. Here is you can write anything. Okay, I am writing is finance fiscal year variant for ABC. Okay, ABC company. Here is we have year dependent calendar year. These are all the very important things when you are defining fiscal year variant. Let me explain. Here is year dependent. Okay, if you select this checkbox, what happen? System going to pick a particular year only. For example, it is a 2014. This particular fiscal year variant going to work on 2014 only. So if you don't select this one, you can use this one 2014, 15, 16. So you can use anywhere. Here is calendar year. Okay, are you able to see screen? Yeah. So here is calendar year. If you select this checkbox, system what happens? You know, in accounting terminology, accounting wise, every month we are going to close the accounts. So generally end of the month we are going to close the accounts, particular month closings. Generally we call them as a period ending closings or month end activities. Okay. As the financial, we have 12 periods. I mean 12 month. Each and every month we call it as one period. Okay. So 1 month is 1 period in SAP. Right. If you select calendar year, what happens? System going to pick January as a first period, February as a second period. So system automatically pick those calendar year as it is as a fiscal year. For example, some of the countries, okay, so some of the countries they are going to start their fiscal year like June. So some of the countries like India, those start with April. So because April is the 4th month. Actually in calendar year, April is the 4th month. But so Indian scenario, that is the first period of financial accounting. You know. So if it is not depend on calendar year, you should not select it. Clear? Have you understand it?
Yes. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, it's clear.
It's clear. Yeah, because it's very important when you are configuring this one. Okay.
Okay.
So the selections is very important. Here is number of posting periods. So it is asking a number of posting periods. Yeah. So every month is one posting period. Okay. For example, every year I have 12 periods. Every month is one period. That's why there is a 12 periods. So I am hunting 12 here. Here is number of special periods. Okay. This special period means if there is any closings, any receivables or payables not happened in end of the month, okay, we are going to post in these special periods. These 4 special periods only for FI and CO, not for any other module. For example, SD, MM, those are the modules. Those people cannot use these special periods. It's only for FI and CO for the accounts closings. You know, so for example, there is a receivables, it has to come at particular this month, current month, but there is a delay, 1 day delay, 2 day delay. So automatical system jump into the next month. You know, if you forced the transition in that month, so there is a problem with the accounts. That's why we are going to post what is the current period. In that period we are going to post. These are the special periods. It's depend upon accounting policies, accounting rules. If they want to use, they can use. If they don't want, it's optional. So SAP system has given 4 maximum alphanumeric, 4 maximum periods. You can use 1, you can use 2, 3, 4. up to maximum 4, it's an optional. Okay,
Okay.
so let me take 2. Okay, so generally some areas if we are taking 4, because every quarter years if you are going to close the accounts quarterly, if you want to generate a quarterly report, every quarter is one special period. So for 1 year we are going to have the 4 periods. Some of the companies going to close their accounts every 6 months, off yearly. At the time we require only 2. So it's depend upon their accounting system.
Okay.
So it's clear, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's very important. Here is
Okay.
I am saving this. Okay,
Mhm.
simply save it. Okay, I have saved it. Then select on the AB, which you are already defined, fiscal year variant, and double click on this period folder. Okay, here is folder, right? I am selecting, I am double clicking on this one. So here is very clear. It's very, there is nothing, because
Yeah.
freshly we defined it. So select new entries. Select new entries. So here is very important thing. When you are configuring this step, you need to be very careful, because so if you configure in wrong way, so whenever posting the system, whenever posting transaction, system going to generate the wrong reports. So for example, here if it is a calendar year, if you select this calendar year, system going to pick these values automatically, because system knows that January is the first one, because it's a system date. Whatever the system date, system going to pick this date. Okay, January is the first month, as well as January is the first period. System picks. For example, if it is other than calendar year, okay, if it is a other than calendar year, for example, let me say, you know, my fiscal year going to start with April. My accounting year going to start with April. So at that time I am converting these months into the periods. System don't know the months, because system automatically pick this value. So whenever if you did not select this calendar year, system don't know what month and what period is. We are configuring here. So for example, month, if it is a 4th month, so let me give here. So month is 1 means January, February, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so month means first means Jan. Okay, second means Feb, March, like that. So what are the days? So January contain 31. Okay, it's 28. Once again 31, 30, 31, 30, 31, and 31. Here is 30, 31, 30, 31. So up to here clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is very important. Okay, these periods, system knows only these months, system don't know periods. We are converting those months into the periods. Okay,
Yes.
so here is, for example, if your financial year going to start with 4th month, that means April. April. So you need to make it as a 1. It's a 4th month and first period of a particular fiscal year.
Yes.
Sure, it's depend upon legal boundaries. It changes on country to country. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So it's December is the 9th month. 9th month of a particular fiscal year. Then next it goes to the January. Then Jan is 10.
Yeah.
Feb is 11, and this one is March is 12. Okay, so we converted those months into the periods depend upon a particular fiscal year. Okay, here is one more option, year shift. Year shift is also very important, you know. So if it, for example, if it is started in 2014, 2014 April it started, because the particular year started at 4th month. It is in 2014. This also 14 up to year it is in 2014, but
Yeah.
the 10th period going to in 2015.
Yeah.
That is in 2015, and 11th also 2015, and 12th also 2015. But as an legal boundaries, that is considered as the same fiscal year, because 2014 fiscal year. Okay, even though it is in 2015, we are up to March, we are going to consider it as a 2014 fiscal year. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So here the year shift is in the same area. It is a 0. There is no year shift. It's not shifting any year. So it's because here is the date. This is the system data. In 2014 as it is, it will take this 2014.
Yeah.
Okay. So 0 year, there is no year shift. That's why we are selecting it's a 0.
Yeah. For period 1 it should be 1.
Yeah, period 1 it should be -1.
Why?
-1. Let me check. Because in period 1 it going to in 2015, right? 2015, that is 2015. Right. Actually that is belongs to 2014 fiscal year. Okay, so 2015 -1 is equal to 2014. Clear?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we are because the system date is 2015 on Jan 1st, but it is a 2014 fiscal year. That's why we are making -1.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear? Yes, -1. -1. Okay, clear. So these 3 periods belongs to the 2014 fiscal year, but it's happening in 2015. Right. So here is look. Sometime what happens if it is the 9 periods in 2014 and 3 periods in 2015. So that is we calling 2014 fiscal year. For example, if in 2015 you have more periods, then you are going to call it as a 2015 fiscal year. Okay, so which year is has more periods, so we are going to call that as a particular year. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah, so then save it. So data was saved. So you cannot change this. Okay.
So what happens if it is a leap year for February?
Yeah, February. So the thing is that every fiscal year, if you define it's every 4 years, you need to change this one.
Okay.
You need to define new one, and you need to make this as a 29.
Okay.
Every 4 years, because
Okay.
in February we are going to have one more day extra.
Yeah.
Okay. Then here is a period text charger. So whenever you want printing, those are the system gives automatically. You know, because system whenever login into and your user belongs to English language, system going to pick English language automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, this is AB, it's our own fiscal year. You want to make your own period text, you can make. If you want to make, that's optional. Let me show you how. So most of the cases, for example, if you want to print out your periods, if that is an English language, select English language and give period, that is one period. Okay, you can write your own text, you know, whatever you want. For example, generally we are going to print it as days. If you want make any like instead of April, March, or instead of Jan, February, if you want to print it as period 1, period 2, period 3, okay, so it's customized text. It's an optional, generally we don't use, because so without giving is system going to print out it as a Jan or February if it is a first period Jan, second period, so likewise. So instead of January, instead of February, if you want print it as a first period, at second period, third period, like that, you can make changes. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So same in this case, we come across short-ended fiscal year, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is short-ended fiscal year. here is in bracket we have maintained shortened fiscal year.
Yeah.
So it's also it's some scenario. For example, there is no certain to start your business on a particular fiscal year starting date, right? For example, Jan 1st is the fiscal year starting. For example, there is no certain you are going to start on Jan 1st is your business, right? If you are starting at February or March, right? So your fiscal year is, for example, your country fiscal year starts from Jan to December, but you have started your business August. Okay, you have started your business at August 1st. So you want generate end up at any cost end of the fiscal year you need to submit the financial statement to the government. Okay. So end of the December 31st you are going to generate the financial statement, but your business started on August only. Okay. In that case you are going to have less than 12 periods, right?
Yes.
Less than 12 periods. So short-ended nothing, but if it is a less than 12 periods, we are going to call it as a short-ended fiscal year. Clear here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear. So the customization, everything is same. So it's option case. Whenever starting your business, we are going to say, for example, if you are take over any other businesses, at that time we are going to use. Okay. For starting time, for example, it is April, if it is a August to December, it is a one short-ended fiscal year you are going to define, because it's going to have more than less than 12 fiscal periods only. Okay.
So it's August to March, right? Not.
No. For example, your fiscal year is going to start on Jan to December, right?
Okay. It's
Yeah.
Jan to December.
That's Jan to December, but you have started your business in August month.
Yeah.
Okay, because at that time you don't have any previous data, right?
Yeah.
For example, Jan to August you don't have any data because there is no business. So August to December you are going to have data, that is it's around 4 months or 4 months. You are going to have 4 months data. Okay, so that's why if it is less than 12 months, we are going to get a shortened fiscal year. The customization, everything is same. Okay, I show you here. It is K4. Okay, it is a calendar year. They make it as a calendar year. I display it, right? K4. If you select period button, here is we have one message here. Period cannot be maintained for the calendar dependent fiscal year, right? Have you understand why it's came? Why this pop-up box?
Periods cannot be maintained for calendar. Yeah, because they are predefined.
Yes, they are predefined. For calendar year, it's a predefined because the calendar year means it going to start with Jan to December. You know, that is the calendar. So system pick them automatically. You need not to maintain any periods.
Yes.
So that's why you cannot make any changes. System automatically picks if you whether it is a leap year or non-leap year. So if it is not a calendar year, you are going to make these all things. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is fiscal year variant. So we define fiscal year variant, then you have to assign this fiscal year variant to our particular subsidiary company. So that is a company code. Okay. So I am going to assign this. Next step, assign company code to the fiscal year variant. Clear? So here assign. Then so this is position button, nothing but find control F. So give our company codes, that is 1000, right? 000. 1000, that is our one subsidiary. Select it. So this is our subsidiary company. 1000, right? So for this 1000 I am assigning AB, which I already defined. Okay. So for example, this subsidiary have this fiscal year, and other subsidiary going to have in different fiscal year variant. Okay, so for that I am going to give K4 for our practice purpose, right? K4 is nothing but system default one. It's calendar year. It's going to start with Jan to December.
Yeah.
Okay. So then save it. Okay, so I have saved this in my request. Okay, clear. Up to here, clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, right then. So because this financial global settings is very important for the FI candidate, FIGLs. It's
Okay.
major parts. Here is posting period. So I already told date has three parts. One is here, that is fiscal year we define. So second option is month. So those months in SAP we call as a periods. In general we call it as a months, but in SAP we call it as a periods. Okay, here is we need to define variant for open posting periods. Okay, open and closing periods. It's an authentication to posting any transaction data in the system. For example, if you want post only first month data, you don't want post previous month or in future month. I want post only current month transaction in the system. So with help of this one, open posting periods, with help of this variant, you are going to control those things. Accountant cannot manipulate. Accountant cannot do previous data into the system or future data into current month. Okay, so here is every time I'm saying the variant, posting period variant, fiscal year variant. Okay, so the variant means here in SAP there is a number of different modules are there. Okay, so variant concept is that we are going to create a particular variant, whatever the variant, that may be the field status variant or that may be the fiscal year variant, posting period variant. In future there is a different variants are there. So we are going to make a particular variant. We are defining the variant and we are going to assign this variant to related business object. Whatever that is business object, we are going to assign this variant to the particular business object, and then we are going to give this particular values to the variant. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
So we are going to assign this variant to business object. Whatever the business object is, we are going to assign that one, and then we are going to give the values to the variant. Because for example here is field status variant or fiscal year variant. We are going to make a variant and we are going to give the values and we are going to assign to the company code. Company code is here is the business object. Variant is, it may be the field status or fiscal year or posting periods, and we are going to give some values. In fiscal year we are given those values. And we assign to those one. The variant concept is in SAP. So the FI candidate, I mean SAP FI people going to generate the financial statement. Right. So for example 2014 fiscal year is here. AB is the 2014 fiscal year. There is MM module or there is SD module or there is a different other modules. So whenever any transaction, any monetary transaction going to happen in other module, those information has to affect in FI. So that's why we can make proper report. It's an integrated software. It's an integrated IT tool. It's an integrated one ERP package. So for example in FI my fiscal year is 2000 starting from Jan to December. I made it. But in SD module also these people has to make it as a Jan to December. In in other module also those people has to make same settings. So for example, so end of the period a financial candidate changes fiscal year, but in SD module or in MM module, in other module they didn't change. For example, if they don't change, what happens, system don't pick the proper values from here. So that's why SAP people make a main important variants in FI only. Okay, so we make variant here and we change this value here only, and we are going to provide this variant to the other module. No, we don't provide them as a 2014. We simply provide fiscal year variant is AB. They are going to use AB. That's it. Okay, so
Okay.
we are going to change year only. So that's why
Okay.
entire SAP software automatically affects.
Okay.
So that's why variant concept is very important here. It's clear, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, next define variant for open and posting periods. There is a 12 periods in a here, and there is a 4 special periods as. So which period has to accept transaction? Okay, so let me open here. So these are all the existed one. Select the new entries. Okay, I am giving 1,000. So yeah, this posting period mostly, even I can say 99%, while you are defining, it should be identical with the company code. Okay, it's not that that's not, but generally we use this protocol. Generally, so subsidiary company code must be the identical with the posting period variant. Okay, so that is that's why I am given 1,000. So posting period variant for 000 code. So that is ABC1. Okay, so this name field is the text field. You can write anything in that field. Okay, so there is no sense. So as you wish. So there should be a meaningful. You can write anything.
Okay.
Then save it. Okay, and then continue this saving. So I made this one. Data was saved in status bus, and go back. Then assign this variant to the our business object. That is, here is company code. So I'm going to assign this to our company code. Then execute this. So 1,000 is our company code. I am assigning the 1,000, and this 1,000 is here.
Okay.
Then save it. Then you have to give values to that 1,000. We just defined that 1,000 variant and we are assigned to the business object. Then we have to give values to that 1,000. Then open and closing posting period. Execute this. Okay, here is already existed one. Okay, here is already existed one. So I am going to select new entries. Okay, my variant is 1,000. Okay, next is that is a account type. In FI we have some segregations of our GL accounts. For example, asset accounts, it deals with all the assets, and D, it's a customer accounts, it's nothing but sundry debtor accounts. K for vendor accounts, sundry. Okay, M for material accounts, and S for GL accounts, and V for contract accounts. Okay.
Okay.
So whether this fiscal year posting period variant, which type of accounts you are going to use. Okay, so while you are doing, you have to make each and every one. So if you select place, it's going to valid for all account types. For this all account types you are going to use. So it's depend upon your client requirement. For example, if there is a accountant is he take care of only customer information, at that time we are going to select only customer data. For example, here is a accountant, one more account is there, accountant, group of accountants. Those people only deal with the vendors. At that time we are going to select only vendors. Okay, so here I am selecting all the accounts for all, plus you can use for all one. Here is from account and to account, from account to account. Then so from which accountant to which account you want control. Account means GL accounts, I mean cash accounts, sales account, raw material account. So there is a different GL accounts. From which account to which account you want control. If there is any those settings, any requirement from the client, you are going to mention those numbers. So otherwise leave blank. Here is from period 1. From period 1 means in real time, in whenever in production server, generally we are going to open 2 months. That means previous month and current month. But some of the very sophisticated organization, they are going to open only for the current month only. Okay, for example, this is the December. This is December. I want to use only December transactions. I want to allow the December transactions into the system only December transactions. I don't want to allow the November transactions or January transactions. Only within the December only it's going to accept. So that's why that period. For example, my fiscal year start with April, right? April is the first, and December is the 9th.
Yeah.
If I give 9th, okay, it's going to start with December. It won't accept November transactions.
Okay.
Okay, so here in which year it is? That is in 2014.
Okay.
So 9th is 14. 2 period up to which two period you want to open it. So if you want to allow the January transactions, you can enter 10. Okay, so if you don't want to allow the next month transaction, just simply give 9 year.
Yeah.
Okay, then here that is 2014, this year. Okay, so system accept only 9th period transactions. 9th period transaction, that is only December transactions. Clear here?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here is period 2 and 2 period. It's a period 2, here is a period 1. Period 2 is means it's a special periods, right? We have 4 special periods, right? Maximum 4 periods. I'm using only 2 periods. Okay, it's a special periods only for FICO module only, no other module. Okay, if there is any delay in accounts or if there is any closings, okay, if there is any dividend shares and any tax returns, okay, those postings going to happen in special periods. So if you want to use those special periods, you can give it, otherwise you can give blank. System accepts, it's not a problem. So I'm going to use a 1, same 2014. 2 period also same, I want to use only one special period, that is in 2014 only. Next tab is here, it is very important. Here is AUGR. Okay, so are you able to see this one, AUGR?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is authentication group. Okay, so authentication group nothing but, for example, in your organization there is a accountants, for example junior accountants there is a 10 people are there, junior accountants, and accountants are the 10 people, or senior accountant are the 10 people. Okay, so those juniors are one group, seniors are one group. Okay, so each and every accountant, each and every employee have his own username. Okay, we are going to make one authentication group. This is done by the basis people. So those authentication groups have different employees. For example, junior accountants, all the junior accountants under the one authentication group. Senior accountants, all the senior accountants under the one group. So from the basis people you are going to get that one. This authentication group you are going to assign this one. So if you assign any group here, system going to accept only that particular group people can post this transaction. For example, I assign here 2000 example. In the 2000 authentication group only there is a 5 employees. So those 5 employees can post the transaction. So other cannot post any transaction. Okay, clear it is?
Yeah.
Yes. So it at authentication groups. So here we don't have any authentication. That's why I'm giving blank here. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then save it. Okay. and it's accepted, right? So this is open-end posting periods. Clear it is up to here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. So then I'm going for this thing like, so whenever you want to enter any business transaction in this system, so serial number is very important. The serial number nothing but a invoice number, physical invoice number. Okay.
Yeah.
So every invoice have its own unique number. So
Yeah.
so with help of that invoice number we can also, so the invoice is this everything. Okay, so that number is a unique number for each and every invoice. So the invoice, generally we call it as an invoice. In SAP we call them as a documents. Okay,
Okay.
so in invoice we have different type of invoices. For example, I can say sales invoice or customer invoice, incoming payment invoice or outgoing payment invoice, vendor invoices, PO order invoices, sales order invoices. There is a different type of invoices, right? So at the same in SAP also we have different type of documents. So invoice nothing but a document in SAP. So invoice types nothing but a document types in SAP. There is a different type of document types in SAP. So let me show you in the document types. These are the document types. I'm excluding this. So SAP system has given some default document types. Okay.
Okay.
So these are all the default types of SAP default types. SAP has given around 40 to 45 to 50. Okay, here is 48 default uh, document types. Nothing but invoice types. You can see here is, mostly we are going to use in any business channel. Mostly there is a 10 to 15 different type of invoices. Let me say here is customer invoice, customer credit memo, contract settlement, meta settlement postings. These are the different vendor invoice. Okay, vendor payments. Clear?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
so these are all SAP system has given. Okay, SAP system defined one. So you have option whether if you want to use, you can use this one. Okay, if you want to use, you can use this one. Otherwise you can
Create new one.
create new one. So generally 99% of any SAP consultant going to use this default one.
Okay.
Okay, because if, for example, there is a customer invoice, whether if you system has given customer, that is a customer invoice, and if you are creating new one also, that is a customer invoice, right?
Yeah.
There is no change. So that's why most of the cases we are going to use the SAP default document types.
Or if we have to create, we have to use the Z, right? That's what you said last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So yeah, whenever we want to create any new options, it should be start with Z. That's why we can any other kind. If, for example, if you are making these all the settings, once you leave the organization, there may be the new consultant going to come. He can understand. Yeah, this is user defined one.
Okay.
So if SAP default one, everyone can understand. Oh, these are the SAP default one. And if it is created by yourself or consultant self, so candidate cannot understand. That's why we are going to start with Z.
Okay.
So whenever creating your own tables and whenever creating any new document types and new settings, we are going to start with a Z.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
So here is a different type of customer, different type of invoice types.
Okay.
Okay. So could you repeat today class if possible in short terms and your terms?
Okay, so you showed me today how to set up the fiscal year and how to set up the periods and the periods and the special periods.
Okay.
So the periods are nothing but months in the SAP. So it depends. The fiscal year is the year which the country which you are preparing the company SAP application for. So for example, for India, it's April. So the period starts on April month as the first and goes on to the next year up to March. So the April start will be one first period and May will be second and so on. So March will be the fourth period. And the year um, what is that? Year shift will be 0 for 2014, that is from April to December, and from January to March 2015 will be -1 because it's going to be 15 -1, which is 14. And then we talked about variant, how to assign the variant to the company code. The company code and the variant should be similar or same to be consistent. And then until last we talked about the documents, the standard documents, how given by the SAP application, and how we can add our own, if at all if we want to have 10%, we can create our own document type. Most of them are available and from the SAP provided document types. And if we want to create it, it should be using the V at the start, so that everybody knows that it was created for the SAP consultant who programs or provided this application.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So in this class, do you have any doubts or any clarifications?
No, that's clear.
Everything is clear. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did not. I got the answer. I think they provided me access, but I'm having some issues with installing the application. I
Okay.
should be able to figure out in tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Once I get that, I will give it a shot and I will let you know if I have any questions. But it's until now, I think I can. I think I'm pretty sure I can navigate through the application to class and with company code, company, um, and assign the companies. So I think I can do the tasks you showed me in the past 4 days.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So because for a FI candidate, FIGL is very important. I mean, starting steps where whatever the FIGL configurations, FI general accounting concept is very important things. So account receivables, account payables goes on very smoothly. If
Yeah.
these all the settings are very perfect, those goes very smoothly. You're not going to get any issues or any errors to the things.
Okay. And do you have any documentation, like you guys give any documentation so that I can read when I have time?
Yeah. I do have. I can send those informations. Customization documents are there. Any theoretical documents I do have.
Yeah, if you can send them, because if I have some time, I would like to read them so that I.
Yeah. Understand. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then I can provide those. I can give to my organizer. Okay. You can share.
Okay. Okay. And I think you are recording the sessions too, so if you can send me
Yes.
those.
Yeah. I am also recording this session.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's it for today.
Yeah. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow at the same time or?
Same time. Same time.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right.
Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.